trying to maybe not do it through attorneys and see if we can come to some type of agreement, that way. And at the same time, I also feel like, and it's not even the point of just trying to work it out, but I'm also like, I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I pretty much kind of got the information, and am I ready to serve him with these papers? This is the first time something like this has happened in our marriage, and I'm feeling like, okay, is the answer immediately, although it's all this crazy stuff that's happened, is the answer immediately divorce, step into this place, or is it, let's try to figure out if we're going to just separate and try to work out percentages, things like to that nature. So that's kind of where it is right now. Just maybe considering not having to do an actual divorce, but just at this moment, but just figuring out what we want to do and see if we want to go ahead and take it to the divorce line later, or that may not be the case. As of right now, who's to say? My main concern ain't even just the fact of filing the divorce. It's just about trying to, stay focused, not overstress myself, and get ready.
Rasheeda was organizing items in her shop when her friend Tina entered, her eyes full of curiosity and questions. "Hey Rasheeda, did you hear about Kirk and Jasmine?" Tina asked, her voice dripping with intrigue. Rasheeda stopped what she was doing for a moment and sighed. "Yeah, it's all over social media. Can you even wrap your head around it?" Tina shook her head in disbelief, her eyebrows raised as if the news had left her stunned. "I can't believe it. He's paying her to show her body? That's insane." "It's beyond insane," Rasheeda replied, her tone sharpening as frustration bubbled up. "And he even told her he'd pay more if she revealed more. It's like he's treating her like a model in some sleazy photo shoot. Doesn't that disturb you?" Tina leaned in closer, her playful curiosity now turning into serious concern. "What's this doing to your relationship with him?" Rasheeda clenched her jaw, placing the box she held onto the counter with a thud. "Of course it's affecting me. We've got a family, and he's throwing cash around as if it means nothing. It's disrespectful." She snatched her phone, scrolling furiously through gossip blogs, her emotions a mixture of anger and hurt. "I can't just sit around letting this happen. I need to confront him." "You're absolutely right," Tina said, nodding in agreement, her expression filled with support. "You deserve to know exactly what's going on." Later that evening, Rasheeda sat at home, tension wrapping around her like a heavy blanket. Her phone buzzed. Kirk was on his way home. When he walked in, looking relaxed and unaware, it only deepened the storm of emotions inside her. "Hey, babe," he greeted casually. "You look tense. What's going on?" Rasheeda crossed her arms, her gaze sharp. "We need to talk about Jasmine. I heard you're paying her to show off her body." Kirk's eyes widened slightly, his body stiffening as if bracing himself. "It's just business," he explained, his voice defensive. "She's trying to make a name for herself, and I'm helping her." "Business?" Rasheeda's voice tightened with disbelief. "It feels a lot more like betrayal. What happened to loyalty and respect?" Kirk sighed heavily, a hint of regret flashing across his face. "I didn't mean for things to go this far. She's talented, and I was only trying to support her." "Support her?" Rasheeda's voice rose, her emotions pushing to the surface. "You're objectifying her. What kind of message does that send to our kids? What about the example you're setting?" His defensive posture began to soften as the weight of her words hit him. His expression grew serious, more aware of the hurt he had caused. "I didn't think about it that way. I'm sorry. I'll talk to her and put an end to this." "Talking won't fix this alone," Rasheeda said firmly, though her tone had softened slightly. "This is about protecting our family. You need to really understand how your choices affect all of us." Kirk nodded slowly, a more genuine understanding in his eyes. "You're right. I'll make things right. I promise." The thick tension in the air began to thin, but Rasheeda knew healing wouldn't happen overnight. Trust, once shattered, takes time and effort to rebuild, but her determination remained steady. She would fight for her family and ensure their bond could grow stronger through honesty and respect. Outside their personal storm, the world buzzed with reactions. Social media lit up with messages of support for Rasheeda. Celebrities and reality stars chimed in, praising her for her courage in confronting Kirk and standing her ground. Many shared their own stories, offering encouragement and solidarity. The situation sparked reflection among viewers and followers. It served as a reminder that no matter how perfect things might seem, relationships are delicate and require care. Life can turn upside down in an instant, and even those living in the spotlight aren't immune to struggles. For those who had followed Rasheeda's life through reality TV and her candid social media posts, this felt personal. Her openness about her life made her fans feel connected to her triumphs and heartbreaks. This incident was another chapter in her story that they watched unfold, with empathy and concern. Though Kirk had promised to make amends, Rasheeda understood that words weren't enough. His actions would be the true test of his commitment to their family. It wasn't just about their marriage, it was about protecting their children and building a future founded on trust. The path forward would be rocky, but step by step, she was determined to move forward. While all of this was happening, another story had shaken their family. Questions hung in the air about the day of Kai's accident. Where had he been going? What caused the crash? The details remained unclear, leaving room for speculation. But Rasheeda wasn't focused on the past. Her priority was her son's recovery. The sight of the wrecked car had been horrifying. It painted a grim picture of how serious the accident had been. But the overwhelming relief of seeing Kai alive far outweighed the shock of what had happened. When Rasheeda and Kirk first saw the mangled vehicle, a flood of emotions hit them. Fear, gratitude, and disbelief that their son had survived. Faith became her anchor in that terrifying moment. In a heartfelt post, she shared how Faith had guided her through the ordeal. "When I saw that car, I felt fear like never before. But seeing Kai walk away was a miracle. Faith carried me through." Their journey was far from over, but Rasheeda believed that love, strength, and faith would light the way forward. Kai's journey to getting better is just starting, and it's not only about healing his body. The kind of emotional pain that comes after something so scary can last a lot longer. When you survive a moment where your life is almost taken, it leaves a mark you can't always see. For Kai, getting back to normal will take more than just physical strength. It will mean facing the mental and emotional weight of what happened. It's a long road ahead, but thankfully, he won't have to walk it alone. Rasheeda's fans believe that having his family and friends close will make a huge difference in Kai's recovery. The love and care surrounding him will be just as important as any medicine or therapy, helping to heal his heart and mind as well as his body. By sharing this difficult and personal experience, Rasheeda has opened her life to her followers, many of whom have stood by her through thick and thin. Her honesty and raw emotion have touched people deeply, reminding them that behind the fame, she is a mother first. Her gratitude for Kai's life shines through her words, and her story is a powerful example of how unpredictable life can be. The Frost family hasn't given out many details about the accident. Instead, they've chosen to stay focused on Kai's recovery. Many are wondering, was another driver involved? Was it bad weather or slippery roads? These questions might be answered later, but for now, what matters most is moving forward. The family is thankful for the miracle that Kai is still here, and they are pouring their energy into his healing. For those who care about the Frosts, the mystery of what happened doesn't seem as important as the fact that Kai is alive and surrounded by people who love him. The terrifying moment when Kai's life was almost lost is still fresh in everyone's mind. However, alongside the fear is a deep sense of relief and thankfulness. The Frosts have found strength in each other, leaning on their close bond to get through this tough time. Rasheeda's followers, who have seen her handle both joy and heartbreak, are rallying around her now. Her determination to stay strong for her son is inspiring as she helps him face what comes next. This experience has brought the family even closer. It has reminded them of their shared strength and the importance of treasuring each other. Faith and family have always been at the center of Rasheeda and Kirk's lives, and this frightening event has shown just how deeply those values run. As they navigate this challenging period, they are surrounded by a circle of love from their community of fans, friends, and relatives. Messages of love and prayers keep flooding in from Rasheeda's supporters, lifting the family's spirits and offering hope. People everywhere want to know how Kai is doing and are eager to hear good news as he recovers. The Frost family story has touched many hearts, serving as a reminder to never take life or loved ones for granted. During such a dark moment, the kindness and compassion pouring in from strangers have been a bright light, proving the power of unity and empathy. As Kai continues to heal, there will be time for reflection. The family will think about how this moment has changed them and what lessons it has brought. The emotional wounds may linger far longer than the physical ones, but the fact that Kai is still alive is a gift they will never stop being thankful for. The support they've received will be the strength they lean on as they take things day by day, step by step. This event has also been a wake-up call for many of Rasheeda's followers. It's a reminder of how fast life can shift and how fragile it really is. It makes you pause and truly appreciate the people you love. For Rasheeda and Kirk, their son's survival is proof of their faith and a sign of hope's incredible power. Even as Kai recovers, the family will likely keep the details of the crash private. Their focus remains on healing and being thankful. The outpouring of love from fans and friends shows that they are not alone in this journey. This network of support will be key to helping them find strength as they move forward, growing stronger with each passing day. Kai's story is one of strength and survival. It's a powerful reminder of how precious life is and how important it is to hold on tightly to what really matters. For the Frost family, this near tragedy has been a defining moment. It's revealed the depth of their love, the strength of their faith, and the unbreakable bond that keeps them together. As they continue on this path, they are choosing to focus not on what they lost, but on the many blessings they still have.